Hi all, I'm here to read another story from Chris Grabenstien, Super Puzzletastic Mysteries, short stories for young sleuths from Mystery Writers of America. The first video I made was pretty long, so I skipped the second one, which seemed longer for now, but we might go back. So we're gonna be reading the third one today, which is Monkey Business, a Funjungle mystery by Stuart Gibbs. Again, these are in a collection, an anthology, and they're all detective stories that you could be able to, if you pay attention, guess the results, the outcome, the person who did it before the character figures it out. And then in my next video, I'll make a solution. So now you just have to find, once you finish this, if you think you know who did it, if you don't, find the solution video, which is going to be called Monkey Business Solution, and see if you got it right. Again, I think I'm just recommending this to my starting at third grade because there is some vocabulary that's a little up there and some that's like a little bit mature. But if you're younger and you want to try your hand at sleuthing, I think be my guest. Ask your parents first, check the description. But I guess I'll just get started. So, Monkey Business, a Funjungle mystery by Stuart Gibbs. I was getting a corn dog at Funjungle Wild Animal Park when some idiot tried to steal a squirrel monkey. Apparently, they thought you could steal a monkey the same way a burglar might swipe some jewelry, break in where it was kept, snatch it, and run off before anyone noticed. Maybe that would have worked with a more sedentary animal, like a small tortoise, or a banana slug, or even a sloth. But no monkey was going to let you grab it and run, especially a bundle of energy like a squirrel monkey. Imagine a kindergartner hopped up on 3 pounds of candy and a couple highly caffeinated sodas. That's what a squirrel monkey is like. The thief had used a crowbar to pry open an access gate on the squirrel monkey cage at Monkey Mountain. After that, everything went wrong. The only squirrel monkey out that day was a 2-year-old female named Zipper, who quickly slipped the thief's grasp and bolted for freedom. It was a busy day at Funjungle, and the walkways around Monkey Mountain were crowded with tourists. Anyone Zipper encountered reacted to the monkey's sudden arrival in 2 distinct ways. They either recognized she was an escapee and tried to corner her, or they thought she was potentially dangerous and ran in terror. Both reactions freaked Zipper out. The closest security staff member to Monkey Mountain at the time was Marge O'Malley, who was often a bit overzealous in her attempts to do the right thing. Upon spotting Zipper, Marge immediately began pursuit. That's when I got involved. I was at the Gorilla Grill, which was the closest place to eat by Monkey Mountain. My name is Teddy Fitzroy. I'm only 13, but everybody at Funjungle knows me because both my parents work there. We live in the employee housing behind the park, and I have my own official Funjungle ID so I can enter whenever I want. My school's bus stop is by the entry gate, so I always pass through the park on the way home, usually stopping to get a snack and visit a few exhibits on the way. I was just about to order my corn dog when I heard a chorus of screams outside. Through the window, I saw Zipper bound across a series of tables. Startled tourists yelped as a medium-sized primate sent their French fries flying and knocked over their $11.99 souvenir mugs full of soda. Zipper still did less damage than Marge, however, who came barreling through, knocking tourists aside left and right in pursuit of the monkey. She made a desperate lunge for Zipper, but missed her and landed on a few ketchup squeeze bottles, which discharged all at once, splattering a poor Japanese family with red goo. I abandoned my place in line and joined the chase, partly to help catch Zipper and partly to make sure Marge didn't cause any more trouble. Sadly, I didn't prove fast enough. Just beyond the grill was an open plaza where several of Funjungle's mascot characters had gathered for photo ops with the guests. The characters were merely adults dressed as animals. It always struck me as odd that tourists would wait up to a half an hour in the hot sun to take pictures with pretend animals when there were real animals all around them. But the guests loved it and were dutifully waiting in line when Zipper and Marge came charging through. Zipper made a beeline for Uncle O-Rang, perhaps mistaking the fake orangutan for a real one and thinking that a fellow primate would protect her from the crazed security guard bearing down on her. What Zipper didn't know was that the person playing Uncle Orang had an irrational fear of squirrels, having been attacked by a rabid one as a child. Now, a squirrel monkey doesn't really look like a squirrel at all. Squirrels are short and squat, while squirrel monkeys are lean and spindly with long prehensile tails. But it was notoriously hard to see out of the giant heads of the costume. To the poor actor playing Uncle Orang, Zipper was just a blur of fur that could have been a rabid squirrel. He saw her racing toward him, then felt the thud as she leapt onto his enormous orangutan head. Zipper was only looking for comfort, but the actor mistakenly believed she was attacking him. He promptly screamed in terror and began to flail his arms widely. He didn't come anywhere close to dislodging the monkey on his head, although he did ape smack an unfortunate grandmother from Toledo. At this point, Marge arrived on the scene and, rather than attempting to calm the frantic fake orangutan, she decided this would be the perfect time to ambush Zipper. The squirrel monkey was certainly distracted, desperately clinging to Uncle Orang's mega cranium like a tiny bull rider as he thrashed about beneath her. Unfortunately, stealth was not exactly Marge's forte. She came barreling in like an angry rhino and lunged at Zipper. The monkey easily saw her coming and leapt to the safety of a jacaranda tree while Marge plowed headlong into Uncle Orang. The two of them smashed into Zelda Zebra, and all three of them tumbled into the landscaping. The head of Zelda's costume popped off, mortifying a group of kindergartners who thought that Zelda was real and that they had just witnessed her decapitation. Zipper fled onward into Funjungle. I helped the mascots get back to their feet, then headed back toward Monkey Mountain. I figured I'd need the help of some of the primate specialists to recover the escaped monkey. It turned out that while Marge had been causing chaos in her pursuit of Zipper, a significantly more competent group of security guards were back at the scene of the crime, doing their best to apprehend the criminal. A keeper who had been on duty nearby had identified 3 tourists who had all been close to the squirrel monkey exhibit at the time of the attempted primate heist. While there were thousands of security cameras all throughout the park, none looked directly at the squirrel monkey exhibit, but a few covered the nearby walkways, and security was able to quickly confirm the proximity of each suspect. When I came along, the 3 suspects had been rounded up and were seated in the shade of a large oak tree near Monkey Mountain, under the watchful eye of Funjungle Security. Chief Hoeniker, the head of security division, greeted me gruffly as I wandered up. Hey, Teddy, I figured I might be seeing you. You're never far away when there's trouble. I didn't have anything to do with this, I swear, I said. I know, Hoeniker replied, then looked to the primate keeper, who was a middle-aged woman with the name Paget on her official uniform. Paget was petite, with a short haircut and a dark tan from long days working outside. Did you see any of these people approach the exhibit? Hoeniker asked her. No, Paget replied. I was busy with the colobus monkeys. But I know they were all close by when the attack occurred. I didn't go anywhere near that exhibit, the first guy exclaimed. He was a short, pudgy guy in a baseball cap and a Funjungle t-shirt. He looked to be in his 20s and was kind of twitchy and nervous. I would never try to steal a monkey. I'm an active conservationist. He quickly reached into his pocket. All the Funjungle guards went on alert, going for their tasers, as if fearing the guy was reaching for a gun. The suspect raised his hands in fear, now with his wallet clutched in them. Don't tase me, he cried. I was just getting out my membership card for the World Wildlife Fund. The security guards all relaxed a bit. Hoeniker snatched the wallet away and looked through it. Sure enough, there was a WWF membership card in it, along with a Funjungle annual pass and a Funjungle credit card. I'm innocent too, the second suspect said quietly. She was a meek teenager in dark clothing with a long overcoat. The clothing looked like it was some sort of personal statement to me because it certainly wasn't practical for a summer day at Funjungle, where it could often be over 90 degrees. I didn't even know I was anywhere near the squirrel monkeys. I was trying to find the polar pavilion. I'm supposed to be meeting my friends there. Her phone started buzzing. That's probably them now. Can I answer it? No, Honecker told her. None of you talks to anyone until I'm done with my questioning. He shifted his attention to the third suspect, an older man in a spiffy suit that seemed very out of place compared to the shorts and t-shirts most tourists wear. How about you? What's your story? The third suspect started speaking rapidly, in Italian. The words poured out of him in a torrent. I couldn't understand a thing, but I got the sense he was confused about what was even happening. Whoa! Honecker shouted, signaling him to calm down. Then he spoke loudly and slowly, as if that would possibly make the man understand him. Do you speak English? English? The man asked. No English, Italiano. Honecker sighed, exasperated, then looked to his team. Does anyone here speak Italian? I visited Italy last year, one guard volunteered. I learned a little bit. Do you have any idea what this man is saying? Honecker asked. Not really, the guard admitted. Most of the words I learned had to do with pizza. Marge O'Malley suddenly came along, triumphantly bearing Zipper. She had managed to catch the monkey in a large butterfly net and had then twisted the netting around, the same way one might close a bag of bread to keep the monkey from escaping. Zipper didn't seem to appreciate this at all and was chattering angrily. Our crisis is over, Marge announced proudly. I have recovered the monkey. In a net? Keeper Paget gasped. Oh, the poor thing. She's not hurt, I assure you, Marge said. I caught her way over by the giraffe exhibit. Must have reminded her of home, Paget said, taking the net from Marge. Then she looked at Zipper, who was tangled in the netting, and said, Don't worry, sweetie. I'll get you out of there as fast as I can. She turned to Honecker. Do you mind if I take her? She's had a traumatic day. Of course not, Honecker said. Take good care of her. Paget hurried off, Zipper still bound in the net. As she passed the suspects, the young monkey suddenly began squawking wildly. The suspects recoiled in surprise. A tiny tuft of dark fabric slipped from Zipper's hands and wafted to the ground. Honecker snatched it up and examined it closely. It was only a half-inch long and extremely fuzzy, like a woolly bear caterpillar. What's that? Asked Marge. A clue? Whatever it is, it's not mine, the first suspect said. Mine either, said the second suspect. The third suspect said something in Italian. It's not his either, said the security officer who had been to Italy, I think. He either said that or asked where the bathroom is. Honecker sighed again. I think we should all go someplace air-conditioned, he told his people. We're in for a long round of questioning. No, we're not, I said. I know who tried to steal the monkey. Okay, so that was it. I have the solution on the next video. So you can see who stole the monkey. I will see you there.